cloud first. Okay, this is a pre-recorded conversation of two sisters in the know. I'm Gail Birks, and I'm here with Blanche Williams, Greatness by Design. And we just wanted to share with you some of the chat that
Yeah.
we do on occasion, just having some sister speak impromptu, and we
Yeah.
want to get you in on the conversation. Girl, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, girl. I'm loving the flow of this beautiful scarf. It's so representative of how we flow. For me, when you talk about, certain things, especially perseverance, that's what it is. It's gonna keep flowing. Even if you have a scarf or something that you have and then it floats away, it keeps floating. It keeps flowing, as long as there's wind. Is our commitment. As long as we're living, we got to keep flowing. You know.
That breath that we take is just so important to the creativity that we have and the lives that we impact. And
Mhm.
you never know right away how you're impacting anybody. I mean, when you and I first met, we became friends because there was just something about the energy
Yeah.
that was being thrown off that said, "Girl, you need to keep the conversation going." And then we started talking about greatness, and then you said, "That's the name of my company."
Exactly. Greatness by design.
Yes,
You know. That is the accountability piece. You were in a place where it was all about, you had to be invited at a certain level to be there.
yeah,
But you didn't act like, ooh, I'm this and ooh, I'm that. I was like, hey. You were like, hey. So that was all I needed, sis. I was like, okay.
yeah. And I think though, when it comes down to our personal accountability, it's understanding that there's a difference when it comes to who we are and what we do.
Yes,
And who we are is not necessarily what we do. What
exactly.
we pay the bill.
But what we do is a reflection of who we are.
We are.
Yeah.
So that oh gosh, that gets into that spiritual piece that
Yeah.
oh my God, I know you and I both walk. And I think that's why when I saw this reflection of this fabric flowing, of this scarf flowing,
Yeah.
it really spoke to me because there is no defined shape. There is no rigidity in in life, or there should not be any. And then there,
Hmm.
we get into the kind of times that we're in right now.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart when we have to get into those kind of conversations. But I think when you and I both talked last week, we came to the realization that we will fight to keep that fluidity in place.
Yeah.
And
Keep that flow with grace. With
absolutely,
grace.
with grace, with grace. Um,
But just so y'all know, Gail is a perfectionist. Um, and so am I. She's an A type. I'm an A type. So just so you kind of know that to begin with, um, that's a part of our spirit as well.
yeah, but a lot of that too reflects on the fact that we want the best.
Exactly.
We want the best for those that step into our universe,
That's right.
and I think that's where that whole reflection of greatness comes.
Yeah.
Um, and that's non-negotiable for me.
Hmm. That's
When
right. That's a deal breaker. We
that
ain't on that page. Oh, I don't think so.
that
Love, love, love.
yeah,
You're you. You are an important part of this universe, but you're not on my street.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. I wave at you as I drive by, but you're not on
yeah,
the street.
hey y'all,
Hey,
you get there. It's okay. The bus is coming. The bus is coming. It's right down the street.
but all the seats in the car are full. Um,
Yeah. But
so
guess what? We were all on that bus at one time.
we
So,
were,
on a humility side, I don't have enough ego to forget where I came from.
and I won't
So
get on that bus again.
we had to get, we don't want to get on the bus again.
But I will probably own the bus.
There you go. Yes. So you can assist and help others along the way.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely. And I think that speaks a lot to the reinvention.
mhm.
We've known each other, it seems like a lifetime, but it really has been only about 5 or 6 years.
Nuh-uh.
It, it,
Really?
it has not been that long. But
It is.
I just can't believe that we have not known each other since childhood.
I, I know, right?
Our history, but just in the time that we have known each other, and you talk about getting on the bus and being on that bus and staying humble with it,
Hmm.
it's just amazing to watch. Not just you, but both of us have gone through several reinventions. And
Yes.
when you think about who we need to reflect and how we need to reflect, um, and the politics of all of it, we have both remained true to who we are, and it's amazing to see how we have defined our
Yep.
own politics.
Yes.
And when we talk to the sisters and brothers of all ethnicities, all races, all colors, you define that. You define that. You know,
Yep.
and when you
Because I will say politics is simply being present.
it is
I don't mean that you're just in the room. I'm saying that you're present,
absolutely,
meaning you understand that your presence is power.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
And yeah, and leading and living by that level of greatness and grace. For me, those two, they walk together.
Hmm.
They do.
Hmm. Yeah, you can't separate them.
Mm.
And when I look at the events of the past couple of weeks, they are gut wrenching, they are heart wrenching. But the politics of public opinion is what is going to drive some change, because when you look at the faces of people now who are driving the public opinion, it is that rainbow coalition. Um, when I saw a posting of a 94-year-old man who took 4 buses to come
Mm.
march,
Mhm.
a woman who stood alone at one of the protest sites up in Palm Beach, but she
Mhm.
came. She was like 84, 85 years old, and she was standing there by herself,
Mhm.
present. And I think that, and I speak to not just our contemporaries, but our young people, um, we have got to understand how to be present, but also be able to reflect. And it goes back to this sweep that you see and this flow that you see in front of you. Our ancestors were present.
Yeah.
What do you think on
And
that?
and also think about the fact that they weren't all in the same lane.
They weren't.
Okay. Everybody had a different role, and we're not gonna all have the same role.
Yeah,
We're not gonna all be outside. You know, uh, walking together.
yeah,
Some
yeah,
of us are going to need to be inside strategizing. Some of us are going to need to have some food for everybody. Someone's going to need to make sure that if you go out there and you lose your job, that you got some money, that everybody has a role. And that's the other thing too. People are feeling a sense of shame that they're not able or willing to go out and walk or be a part of the that level of movement. And
Yeah.
see, and that's another part of hurting us. And that's don't inflict that on yourself either.
Yeah.
Just know that everybody has a role, and we just our eyes are open, wide open, and they always are. With
Hmm.
us, it's always been that way.
Yeah.
That's the only way we live and survive. But just know that we all have a different role, but we're going to flow through this. We're going to grow through this, and we're going to get through it like we always have.
Like we
Always
always have.
have.
And that's that reinvention piece. Um, there are some things that are not broken that we don't have to fix, but those that we have to fix that are broken and shattered, they've already presented themselves and are keeping that band-aid at this point. I mean, it is amazing. I spoke with a client this morning who I could hear in her voice the pain that she is having to absorb. And I offered her without even thinking twice about it.
Hmm.
Once you have finished your day and those calls that you have to make of comfort, give me a call
Mm. Yeah.
so that I can be those shoulders that you're going to need
Yes.
to
Yeah.
to breathe.
Yes.
And
To breathe. That's
yeah,
right.
so that's it because I'm hearing right now your breath is short and you're going to need somebody to say to you, I see you, I hear you, I
Yeah.
acknowledge you,
Yeah. And I'm here for you.
and I'm here to support you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are. And
Yeah. And that's where, you and I and people like us having a stronger sense of self and presence, and in that moment, we have the energy
yeah,
to give to others, because some of us, they're spent. There's no more. Don't ask me for anything else because I don't have it,
yeah,
but you and I do
yeah,
in different ways. And for those of you who don't necessarily know me, and many of you won't, I'm also a musician.
mhm,
And so I play the flute, and I play it outside all the time in all kinds of different places and spaces, and people will say, man, I just needed to hear that.
need to hear it.
That's what I can give, in addition to not counseling, but coaching and giving different parts from a business standpoint. But Gail and I just like, sis, how you doing? That's it. How you doing?
Yeah,
You know, um, and
or
sometimes that's good enough.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or sometimes I might just say, "Girl, I need you to just kind of just talk me off the ledge,"
Exactly.
and then you'll say something like, "It's all good. Don't let that negativity, filter into your positive."
Yeah.
And you will always turn it around. And I think those are some of the words that I hear, especially as of late. You know, both of us being female entrepreneurs of color
Yeah.
in in platforms that many of us don't get to step into,
Mhm.
and the kind of clients that we serve don't necessarily look like us. And we're fortunate in that our presentation, the results that we get, yield the fact that the clients that we do serve see beyond the surface. And I just really, really think that people are at that point now where they're ready to get beyond the surface.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, that's important, because
Yeah,
beneath the surface, just like if you look at, our bodies, beneath our skin
yeah,
is where all the magic happens.
right.
That's where it happens. And so having conversations a lot of times that go beneath that are important when it's time,
when it's time.
when it's time.
Yeah.
And with whom you trust and know that sharing that intimate part of you is that they're worthy of that and that they can either hold you in that space or even elevate you. And like she said, or talk you off the ledge.
It's kind of dramatic, but
but
sometimes you just really feel that.
but sometimes that's what it is. It's like, look, let's go through this. Just hear what I'm saying, and I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, let me listen. Okay, all right, now, yes, on here. Let's tone it just a little bit right here.
yeah,
You know, breathe. You know, and trust. She does the same thing to
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Okay, and for me.
yep. Like wipe
But
your
sometimes
nose,
you just need
wipe
to
your
vent. I
eyes.
will say that. Sometimes we just need to get it out.
Yeah,
We do.
yeah,
And
and
even when we hear it, we realize, oh yeah, yeah, woo, we were on the ledge right there, girl. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, boy, that was twisted. So but it's it's and again, it goes back for me to the titles and that people carry and live and they become. When you strip those titles away, you've got to be able to sit with the person that's left
There you go.
and have those conversations. And I think that's where our friendship is. You didn't know my resume, I didn't know your resume, and it
Mm-mm.
didn't matter because there was a like-mindedness that came
Right.
about in all of it.
Right.
And folks, sometimes you just need to, and and I think one of the conversations that we had was sisters. And I'm speaking, directly to the sisters of color out there.
Yep.
Um, put your shield down because you know what? We can be friends. We can be in the same types of business
Right.
and we can thrive if we
Right.
understand that if we do it all together and if we are walking together.
Right. And here's the secret, ladies. I just need you to listen very clearly. This is the secret. And when I say this, I want you to look at Gail. All right? As she is smiling. Okay? That is the secret. When you greet each other and you smile and like with that love, like I love me and I know I love you.
Yeah.
That makes all the difference in the world because that's all I knew about Gail. Is that she smiled and said hello. Isn't that something? Wow. That
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I got. That's all we all have. We walk with that smile. That's the first thing people see, and that's going to be the thing that endears them to
Exactly.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't deal with people that don't smile at me like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now, if you handed me some money, that's different because that's going in directly into my account. I don't have to worry about that.
I'll smile
But
with both of us.
but I need to know that that's where you're meeting me. That's our bridge.
Yeah.
It's kindness. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
it.
we need to, sisters of all colors, we need to be more kind. When I saw how the women of this country treated Hillary Rodham Clinton in her quest to be the leader of this nation, um, or whatever your reason may be, to see a woman discounted who was qualified, uh, a mother, a sister, a friend. Um, Ladies, woo, we don't have to worry about the good old boy network. We need to work on our own. And I mean, I think for women of all ages, shapes, colors, sizes, ethnicities, income brackets, whatever you want to define it as,
Hmm.
we really and truly need to work on ourselves. because when you talk about greatness by design,
Hmm.
when you talk about organizing your own business puzzle, it's important for you to understand that you need, on occasion, a few extra hands.
And let me say to that is that, every woman who wants a vote from somebody for whatever reason,
Right,
he has got to reach out to everyone and be authentic.
right,
I mean,
right,
let's be real.
right.
That whole Hillary thing, it
Yeah,
wasn't all because she was just a woman. There was
yeah,
some inauthenticity there that
yeah,
she needed to work on.
yeah.
So with that said, I don't care who it is, black, white, I don't care. However,
Be
if
authentic.
you're going to say that you're a woman and you want a vote because you're a woman, then by golly, and I would use a different word, but let me not do that. Um, you better be real,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
And somebody needs to vouch for you that I think is also real. I
yeah,
mean, if Gail calls me and says, Blanche, we need to support so and so. I don't know so and so. I'm like, well, Gail, you support her, you know her? She'd be like, yes, I'll vouch for her. Then okay. Now, that's a confirmation, but you know how they say, convert, verify, still, and I will. But I'll at least,
yeah,
she would at least have given me something that says, you know what, she's cool. But
yeah.
I do research. I used to be in media, so everything better be clear because I'm gonna look you up, and
And you
I'm gonna
gotta have
find out.
two sources before you put it out there.
Actually, three, but okay, I'm gonna do two right now. But everybody, we do need to know more about each other. And I will say that the younger generation, because I have one of those, he's
Yeah,
21, and some of y'all don't believe in history. I don't know why,
yeah,
but you know, when young people ask the question, why are they doing this and why are they doing that? Yeah, that's a good question. Exploring the question brings more wisdom than having the answer, which
yeah,
means look
yeah.
some stuff up.
Look it
Okay,
up.
look
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 it
look
up.
up some history because we know that in school you didn't get it. We
Yeah,
know that.
yeah,
Okay, so you need to do some research.
yeah,
Learn who Hillary was from back in the day. Learn whoever it is. I don't care who it is. But I'm just saying that
yeah, yeah. That has
Hillary,
got to be redone. You know, and if you're not going to get it in the schools, you got to take ownership
of it for yourself.
of it for yourself. You know,
I know I did. I
I
mean,
I did
said,
it. I mean, I read everything. I became just really a connoisseur of my history. My
there you
aunt
go.
had a basement full of ebony magazines. I read every
There it
single one.
is. There it is.
You know,
Did
I
you
read
have some Jet too, girl? You have some Jet too in there?
yeah, Jets in there. You know, but Black Enterprise magazine was a
Yes.
mainstay reading material for Black business
Emerge.
in
Mm,
everything, Essence. You know, so
yeah.
so
Yeah.
I learned about who my people were. My
Yeah.
parents would bring people over to our home who
Right.
were trailblazers in our communities that were friends of theirs, and you know,
Mm.
so understanding. But I have found that our younger generations have been shamed about our past successes in history, and
And they've been told, many of them, not only young but middle aged, we've been told to get over it. What's wrong with y'all?
get over it.
Oh my
No,
Lord.
that
Y'all
is
not over this yet? Come on now.
yeah, that is who you are.
Yeah.
That is why you get to walk and talk and do the things that you do now. You
Right.
do a lot of the things that I couldn't do. I do a lot of things my parents couldn't do or wouldn't do. And and I'll tell you, I've caught hell for some of the stuff I have done and said because I was not raised as being different. I
Yeah.
was raised
Yeah.
that I was on the same plateau as everybody else. And why do I have to be treated differently because
Right.
you believe me to be? No, I'm right there with everybody else. I've had people over the years tell me I didn't know my place. And
Mm.
I looked up and found a shirt that said, my place is in the House is and in the Senate. But as a business room, my place has been at the head of the table and in the boardroom.
Mm-hmm.
I really was.
Mm-hmm.
So in the words of former President Barack Obama in his comments yesterday, our kids need to continue to dream, but you need to expand your dreams.
Yes. And that goes for not only young, but middle aged, older, everybody.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
um, we've all been drinking some of that Kool-Aid. That Kool-Aid is not good for you.
yeah,
All right, and it's important that you understand when you talk about self-identity. We talk a lot about that, but if you don't really know who or where your people came from, your ancestors, where they came from, when they talk about um, rebuilding this country, da da da. We built the country, so why? So now you're telling us we built it, and now we got to rebuild it. But
right,
really, it's about the dwelling. Whoever is in that house, there needs to be some spring cleaning. We need to do some saging, and it's not us. See, and that's the thing is that we're now in this conversation of what do we do. Once again, those who are victimized have to create a solution for you to stop victimizing us. See, that's not sane.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah,
So that whole conversation, all of this that's happening now, that hard work doesn't need to be ours.
yeah,
We've already done that. We do it every day.
yeah,
Y'all not, everybody's not living in fear of their lives.
right,
Everybody, so the people who are, guess what? We might need to stay inside. you know, y'all might need to do the heavy lifting, but that,
yeah,
that is a different type of conversation,
yeah,
but elevating your consciousness to know that these are some things that I might need to do. Let
yeah,
me look at the history of looting. Let's look at the root, not just the history, but the root of it.
yeah,
What is the root cause of things?
yeah,
And you will find that racism has always been at the root of that.
mhm,
Okay, racism as a system, not a person. Okay, a person can't do all the things that are happening here.
yeah,
Okay, as an overall,
yeah,
but a system can, because that system is embedded in every part of your life, every
yeah,
part of it.
yeah. And
Okay, so and here's one other thing is that people keep asking, an African American person is asking the question, can I be racist? That already lets me know that you are so entrenched in the propaganda here that you don't even understand. There's no way an African American person can be a racist. There's none. You don't benefit from anything related to the system of racism. Therefore, you cannot be racist. Can you be prejudiced? Absolutely.
yeah,
Can you be biased? Absolutely.
yeah,
But you don't benefit from a system that is designed to benefit from you. Anything. So please, education is so important.
yeah, yeah,
So important. Educating yourself. I'm not saying their system. They've done what they're going to do for you. That's
yeah.
it.
And understanding that you're not, for those who perceive that you are losing something by somebody else gaining more
Mm-mm.
of a footing is
Yeah.
it's just an incorrect, it's an error thought.
Yeah.
And what you're really doing is expanding your
Mm-hmm.
horizon. And so no one is really losing. You know, when you expand the type of people that stand beside you,
Right.
strengthening your ranks, because they're going to be bringing different perspectives to,
That's
to
going to benefit you.
your inventory of knowledge, and it's going to benefit you.
Yeah.
You know, I always see and look at how people who have put parameters to restrict
Yeah.
one group, and you don't realize that those restrictions now impact you,
Correct.
because many of those people that you have restricted are essential to your own existence.
Yep.
But you have restricted yourself. So, let's
Mm-hmm.
look at the big picture. It always,
And that's the key, the bigger picture, because fair competition, I mean, say you've been working out, and we talk about flexing and, building our muscles. Okay, that's on the business side, mental
yeah,
side, every side.
yeah,
So I'm working out. I'm working out. And so I have a partner who, hey, let's have a friendly competition. Let's see how far we can run, see how
right,
far we can build, see what we can do. If it's not fair and I always have the advantage, then guess what? I don't I will not fully understand what my full potential is if I'm always stifling you. If I'm always making you,
right,
well, give me a 10-minute, run. Give me a 10-minute advance. Give me something that isn't over you.
yeah,
That's it's not fair competition and it's not fair to you. You don't really know if you can, exceed or not.
right,
You really don't.
right.
But there are many people whose ego is so huge that it doesn't matter. A win is a win. They don't care how they get it. A win is a win. But you never grow. Your full potential will never be utilized or reached
Yeah, and
that way.
it's short term. When I look at the two of us, uh, it's an honor to be able to sit here and have this conversation with you. Um, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant woman,
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant woman.
and we just kind of casually but deliberately
Yep.
work our way through.
Yep.
And I know you can tell stories about people that you have seen shot by us, gone, blow up, and you see those people. And for me, those people now, you can't find them, or two, they're out of business. And if you see them or you run into them, you don't recognize them because life has taken its toll on them because they shot up through the stratosphere so fast they burned out.
Yep.
Burned out, burned up, and here we are, still moving along at our pace.
Yep.
But
At an accelerated pace. It's just that, everybody, when people are used to seeing or they've set up this, I guess, this sort of model of how it's supposed to look.
right,
Okay. And when somebody sets up a system and it's a model, everybody's going to gravitate towards the
right,
model.
right,
But then that will also create a model that cannot hold all them people. Okay. See, when I see somebody set up a model, I'm like, okay, let's see who gravitates, but I don't need to gravitate there right now. Let me observe.
yeah,
Let me see who gets through that, who
yeah,
excels based on this model.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I'll take a different route that's tandem
yeah,
to that model.
yeah.
But then mine is like, okay, yeah, mm-hmm. Y'all stay right there. It's
This way,
okay.
they're going this way.
Y'all
They're
stay right there.
going
It's
out.
cool. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
we
yeah,
don't always have to take a route because everybody else is doing that.
yeah,
Um, and that's the thing, entrepreneurs are people that don't want to sit in an office and be told what time to come to work, what time to break, uh, how many this and how many that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, see that just never worked for me. Have I worked for other people? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd be working for them while I'm working for me.
yeah,
And then when I can start making more than that, then okay, then we good.
yeah,
But when you run a business, you have clients.
yeah,
Those clients pay for your services. And then those services that they pay for allow you to live your life and do whatever it is that you want to do.
mhm,
And guess what? She and I, we work 24 dang on hours a day. It's We can't help it. That's because we're thinking about serving. That's what entrepreneurship is to me. It is service.
yeah,
It really is.
yeah,
Do we get paid? Some. Never what we're fully valued. But as long as I know my value,
yeah,
I can make a choice as
yeah,
to what I do and what I don't do.
yeah. And what I don't do. Yeah. Oh, I mean, that is so profound. And I think that's why I became an entrepreneur. When I was in corporate, uh, struggle. And it was before the entrepreneurialistic attitude of corporate came into play. And I was mentally 5 to 10 years in my thought process ahead of where the industry that I was in
Mm-hmm.
was sitting. And I knew within 3 years of being in corporate that this was not for me. But something said, let them teach you.
Yes.
And I
That's
will
right.
tell you when it's time to make that move.
Yes.
And when I tell you to move, I need you to move quickly.
Say that one more time. That's very important what you just said.
You know, sometimes you've got to let others teach you so that you can be prepared. But you talk about that smile. I was never without my smile.
That's it.
People would ask me, how can you continue to smile
Yes.
knowing what you're dealing with? And I would always tell them, because I know I'm not going to be here forever.
Right.
And I'm letting them teach me. And when the signal comes for me to make my move,
Mm-hmm.
I will make it self-like. I will make it quickly, and it will happen before
Yeah.
anybody realizes that it happened. And that's how it did. I had people who to this day will not speak to me because I did not tell them my plan.
Mm.
And my response is, well, one, it was a need to know basis, and you were not on the list.
And you didn't need to know.
And therefore you did not need to know. But we're and there's something that former President Obama said when he did one of his first press conferences, and someone asked him, why didn't you speak up and share this information
Mm.
earlier? And he looked down at his papers, and he was real cool about it.
Yeah.
And he didn't even look up when he responded. He said, because I like to know what I'm talking about before I speak.
Exactly.
And he
Exactly.
didn't crack a smile. And there was no other challenge on that one,
Yeah.
because the man had a point. And I said, now see, he understands the rule of engagement that I work from.
Yeah.
And I wish that a lot of people would do that. It's amazing. You and I can talk all day long.
Yeah.
And when it comes to some closing points in this first, I hope of many to come, Sisters Speak.
Yes.
What would you give our viewing audience? What would you say to them?
Well, you kind of set it up for a couple things. You know, is there greatness in all of us? And I'm a believer that greatness is something. It's sort of like the ingredients of greatness is in our DNA. So, but that full recipe, mom and them ain't gonna get that to you.
Yeah,
Mom and them gonna say, look, you learn what you can learn. You know some of the ingredients, but the real, substance, you
yeah,
have to learn on your own.
gotta learn it. Yeah, yeah,
And so, when I was given the spirit of the name of my company, Greatness by Design, it was because it doesn't happen by chance. It's a series of deliberate and calculated choices, and those choices have to be yours.
yeah,
So why not choose greatness?
yeah.
Because greatness tastes good, it smells good, it lasts long, but it's going to take time,
Yeah.
and, you speak about, perseverance, perseverance is so, so important because that's the consistency.
Yeah.
If you are not willing to do what it takes to learn that recipe about greatness, guess what? You won't find it. Because I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
I know Gail's not telling you.
Yeah.
We just gonna let you watch while we eat it because it tastes so good. They're like, oh, you gonna invite me? No, You weren't at the. No. This is a special occasion. You're not invited
Yeah,
until you put something into the mix.
yeah.
So all of you that are out there know that greatness is in you.
Hmm.
Everybody recognizes it because we gave birth to you.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah,
Your DNA as African American and people of color, your DNA is seeped with greatness.
hmm,
So, act accordingly. Be present. Knowing, I have a t-shirt that says um, something like, don't act like you don't have ancestors. You know what I'm saying?
I love
What would your ancestors say, kind of thing.
it.
You
Yeah,
know, and that's in my mind and spirit all the time. I want my ancestors and those who came before me who don't even know me, never knew me. I want them to be proud of, like, you know what? She took what we gave her and she added to it.
yeah.
She took that recipe and good Lord, she added some stuff to it. It's like, what?
You got
So,
spices in your cabinet.
hey, it's all there for us, and just, be accountable because the commitment that you put into it will determine the results.
Yeah,
And that's the glue that holds accountability together,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Got to do it.
Mm.
Got to do it. And
That's awesome. Awesome.
that in a nutshell is how I live. So I don't ask anybody to do anything I don't do myself. Trust and
Absolutely.
believe that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As we close this out, I wanted to, just chime in on what those fabulous remarks are that you just shared. And, from greatness by design to the breakthrough, which is one of my companies, and we focus on helping people to break through
That's right.
those barriers that you typically put in place for yourself. And folks, no one can do anything to us that we don't allow. And if we own our destiny, we will persevere
That's
through
right.
anything. I'm
That's right.
telling you, and I know the Blanche can tell you, we have both run through some gauntlets.
Yup.
We are still sitting here
And
being
smiling, looking good. What?
smiling, looking good, combed our hair this morning, put on some glue.
No, I just woke up this way.
Oh, okay,
Come
yeah,
on
yeah,
now.
me too, me too. I wake up with my makeup intact, right? Yeah,
See,
no.
my makeup is my skin, girl. I'm like, yes. This is called South Florida. Act like you know.
There you
What?
go. There you go. I love it. But you know what?
I'm just messing with you.
Those folks,
Y'all, just so you know, we act up.
she's
That's
for
how we do.
real. She's for real. She is. She's for real. But you know what? There's that just accountability of self.
Yeah.
And I have an accountability that I've given myself to leave a legacy, not just to my community, but to I've got two generations behind me now. I've got grandchildren
Yeah.
that need to know that their Maja uh, was was and is an extraordinary woman. And that she's leaving a legacy for them. Um, but also, I'm not afraid to let go and reinvent so that I can expand into the new. Because not only will I benefit from it, but everybody in my universe will benefit from it. And if they're paying attention, they'll look to raise the bar of their own universe. And I
Mm.
think that's why I wanted to just have this conversation today with you, and take our little personal telephone conversations
I know.
off the wire and let everybody know what we're talking about. And this inaugural sister speech has been just more. than I could have ever imagined. Ever
Mm.
imagined.
Well, it always does when sisters come together. That's where the magic happens. Exciting things happen when sisters come together was a quote that was for the National Black Women's Town Hall. You
Uh-huh.
know, exciting things happen when we get together. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
You can't help it. So if you out there, you can't even help it. Just come on in
Yeah.
and bring your genius, and know that sisterhood is something that can have a lot of different connotations, but just know that the sisterhood of greatness represents a code of excellence in mind, body, and spirit,
Yeah.
and requires all the members of its circle, I said all of them,
Yeah.
to operate at their highest and most divine state of distinction. So we're waiting for you, girl.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're waiting on you.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we can do some more things. I mean, there's between Gail and I, just get ready because it's gonna be a workout.
Let's go. We're gonna work you out.
But just know
Ladies.
that success is a part of the package. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Ladies, we love you all. Guys, we love you too.
But y'all
Uh,
can't come in here. We love y'all.
but this was a chat today for the ladies, and we'll let you listen to it. But
Yeah, we'll let them in at some point, but we got to get our house in order first.
yeah, and that's what this was all about. So we look forward to seeing you all next time,
Yes.
and we open up our telephone conversation.
Yeah, join the conversation.
Yeah,
If you up to it, but you got to come in with that smile. That is your admission.
yeah,
Is that smile that you bring that is authentic and ready to rock and roll.
absolutely. Stay cool, stay blessed, be safe and well.
Be well.
Bye
Ah,
bye.
bye.
Oh my God.